here we are in Philadelphia, gearing up for day number, I think 9 of the tour, day number 2 for us. Philadelphia, PA, home of the 2-time Super Bowl losers, Philadelphia Eagles, world champion Philadelphia Phillies. You know, we're like Paul Pierce at the top of the key. We're out there looking for the truth.
Our biggest challenge is just, you know, time. You know, I've been doing this for like 32 years. So I remember years ago, we'd almost look like an auto parts place. You'd have the, you know, the big, you know, binders,
Right.
But you'd get a columnar pad. Boom, boom. Everybody had the same rating basis. So if you were doing auto, okay, well, if you're driving to work more than 3 miles one way, less than 15, it's a 1.15 factor. And you just put everything down, boom, boom. And you could run out a quote with 6 companies in about 10 minutes, you know, once you profiled it.
Right.
Now, you can spend an hour and a half doing the same thing. You know, times that you have to do it.
Right.
It's not that the bridging isn't that easy. If you were trying to feather somebody else's bed, it'd be one thing. But if you're trying to maintain your clients and your client base, then, you know, you're going to have to look at more than one option. So every time you do something, you know, with the comparative raters, if we're running a traditional piece, for example, we can download out of you know, our management system right into the comparative rater. Bingo. Right. You know, now I'm running 6 companies at once.
Right.
So a lot of times it'll be, you know, detailed into our agency management system, prepare an application, shoot it out to the company.
So,
and then let them quote it and get it back to us.
So you get an email in a couple days or something.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's not instantaneous.
So
You know, you're trying to close it out that day. Again, they're looking at multiple. You know,
Right.
Now I'm going to check this one, this one, this one, this one. I can run one Accord app, get it to the company, and then have it back.
Yeah.
If it's not time sensitive, that works. For renewals, that works fine because you have plenty of time. You know what's coming up. New business is entirely different. So 2 hours later, you know, you're through all this stuff and say, in 2 hours I could have spoken to about 10 people. Instead of, you know,
working on one
account.
opportunity.
Right. Go to 5 and I have to go, you know.
So you're creating all these different quotes and
to
compare them, you got to print stuff out. And
right.
So
yeah. Instead of just having it all in one matrix. Will agents ever get a single entry sort of multi-company system that helps them do all their business? What does the A-boss say? Most likely. Whoa! All right. Well, that's a good day.
That's not what we would have thought.
Will the system changes occur in the next 2 years?
There you go. Concentrate and ask again. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
The silver bullet in insurance technology within 2 years. We gotta get busy.
All right, I was trying to think about this. Will Eric give me a parking space? Because that seems to be an area that they're definitely lacking right now. So let's see what happens here. I like that answer. It is certain.
Yeah, there's plenty right outside.
Yeah. All right.
You can have any of those.
Awesome. So we just left from having coffee with George Pester. Really nice guy, really sharp guy, knows his business inside and out. Best cup of coffee ever, though, too. Little shameless plug there.
So he was describing 32 years ago, get a piece of paper out, the rating was simple, the modeling was simple. He could figure out 3 or 4 or 5 carriers and comparatively quoting them in that high net worth area. Today it takes them upwards of 2 hours to get the 3 or 4 quotes they need because the systems are slow. To get it all done. They don't scenario quote, they don't give comparisons, they don't have all the selections easily available. It's just a real nightmare. Eye-opening session with George Pester, for sure.
You know, we show up to these things, I know you watch the videos and you're thinking, you know, are you guys coaching them? Because we're hearing a lot of the same themes, but we're really not. Like this, things being too slow, things being too hard to use. I'd still rather get on the phone. I'd still rather scratch some stuff out on a piece of paper. Is leaving some technology trends that we thought were more popular, not necessarily getting used. Not against
Dude, was that Charlie?
Where?
Inside, inside out on the tour, it's kind of like true love, Alan. You don't know where you're gonna find it or when it's gonna hit you, but when it happens, you know.
That's good. That's good. Very. I don't know what to say to that. So let's maybe we gotta make sure we're not late.
You what?
Old schoolers, we don't like the bridging.
I get stuck bridging.
It doesn't just go through. It's annoying.
The problem is it's too much double checking because not everything flows through.
We're kind of like,
Because we had each location listed the exact same way in our system,
Okay.
so in reality you would think everything would flow through.
yeah,
but it
they
didn't.
usually, but the other ones you're like, I gotta bridge it. This is a pain.
Rate an endorsement or rate an option without actually having to send an email to the underwriter and quote a different deductible or something like that.
If they want to add a vehicle
Yeah, or how much would it cost if I buy such and such? You can go into there and put it in and get a cost and just, exit out rather than.
Quote
yeah,
profiles,
yeah,
quote,
mhm,
That's the
analysis, things like that.
Once you put that address in, it knew what the specific rates were and it was going to pull it in. I don't think they've done that yet. Because we don't have access to that.
Is anybody giving you the specific rates?
I don't think so.
We could put in our information one time and get quotes from a couple of companies. Even if it was the same company with a couple of different tiers, because they all have their company average and poor company, if they would do it like that.
Right. So we just left Newark, Delaware, where we met with a commercial lines group. Alan and I, so far, had been talking with folks on personal lines. So really good to start talking about commercial lines. Definitely, one of the themes that we're dealing with is, does bridging help anybody? And this agency, a lot of folks that used to the old school and weren't that psyched about the new business bridging, but as we were walking out, we talked to one of the reps from the company that said they've got several agencies where it is a big deal and something that's really important to them. So we're still hunting for insight and clarity on the role of bridging in insurance technology. Alan, do you believe in true love? I mean true love, love at first sight, soulmate. Do you believe in that stuff?
I do.
Alan, do you believe in true love? Inside out on the tour, it's kind of like true love, Alan. You don't know where you're gonna find it or when it's gonna hit you, but when it happens, you know.
When you turn on